Hello there, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Latrice. How are you? So glad to see you today. Um, I just felt I needed to get on tonight, guys, because it's so much, seems like so much going on. And with what happened today, I don't know. I just had to read on that because that is just crazy. At this point, I feel like, um, are we under a dictatorship or what's going on? I mean, you can't protest, you can't go out. I mean, in some places, um, I guess you just never know at this point. So I'm just a little bit, I was just a little bit taken aback today. And the last reading that I did, guys, if you didn't get a chance to look at it, go back and look at it because that was spirit talking when I did that reading. And I know it was because it's like, you know, how much how much can people take? You know what I'm saying? Hi, Candy. Thank you for being here. It's like, how much is the collective going to just stand by and let things happen the way they've been happening? You know, and that's something I always said. We're not under dictatorship. No, you know, I know things could be a lot worse, but we have to look at the energies that's going on right now around all of this. Hello, everybody. Hi, Steph. Thank you for joining us. My great moderator. You can't hear me. Okay, let me see. Let me see what's going on. Just a minute. The mic. Okay. Maybe I should move it closer. Is that better? Can you hear me? Looks like my mic is on. Candy says it's low. Let me see if I can. Okay. Let me hold on, guys, just a second. Let me see what I can do about this. If I can fix this. Um, let me go to sound. Just a second. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming in. I'm just checking my sound here. Maybe I'm just not close enough to my mic, is what I'm thinking. But let me make sure that that's what's going on. Sound. Okay. That's okay. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? Okay. I guess I just have to get closer. Let me see if I can fix that because everything else looks okay. How is that? Okay. I just need to be closer. Bring the mic closer. Anyway. Well, thank you guys for letting me know that. Um, yes, as we started this new year, it seems like things have gotten crazier, and you would think with the new year starting that things would be better, but it doesn't seem to be happening that way for us. Um, and you know, I hate to say, I use the word dictator, and I would hope that that's not really what's happening here. But guys, when is this gonna stop? I mean, how much do we have to endure before something stops him or somebody or the Congress or the our leaders or whatever. It seems like just so much is going on, and I felt so bad for somebody. Put her name in the chat. What's her name? And I send condolences to her family, and I mean that's just got to be hard. Nicole Good. Yes, that's just got to be hard. She was so young and everything too. So um, I want to see. I'm using the true crimes card because I just want to see what's going on with this administration or regime or whatever you want to call it that we have going here right now, going on. All right. I want to pull some cards. I'm going to just pull a few on him because, really, I'm trying to stay in the direction of uplifting our energy. And now it seems like it's just so hard. You hate to get on that. I really didn't want to have to talk about this kind of thing, but here we are. Here we are. Okay. Tell me what's going on, Spirit. What are they trying to prove here? I hope the sound is better. Okay, what is on their mind, Spirit? And I think this is really just talking about right now. It looks like I'm looking at, as I look at these cards, I'm looking at what happened with her, with Renee. Hi, Barbara. We have crime of passion. Now, see, here's the deal about this kind of thing, guys. We know that they're getting paid. These people are actually, and this is for entertainment purposes only. They're thugs. That's all he's hired. That's what he is, in my opinion. So he hires the same kind of people. And they're just carrying out, doing whatever the regime tells them to do because they're getting paid to do it. So the fact that she was a United States citizen, they didn't even take the time to see what was going on with her. I mean, it was upright. They just took her out for nothing. You know what I'm saying? They just didn't even stop to ask any questions. I saw the video. And it wasn't like she was trying to run over anybody like they're trying to say and all that. It looked to me like she was getting out of the way. That's what it looked like to me. So I think they're to the point, these ICE people, where they don't care. The only thing they're passionate about is getting that money. And then we have the tunnel. And to me, that's saying they are focused on one thing only. They have tunnel vision. The only thing they're focused on is stopping people so they can get paid. The rest, they don't care about. And guys, I don't even remember. I thought they were supposed to move some of those people out. So Minnesota wasn't one of the places that seems like if they say in one place it's illegal, it should be said for all the states that it's illegal. Which when I heard that today, I couldn't understand why they were still there. If you guys know something, put it in the chat, because I don't know what's going on with that. Inside. Again, I am putting these two together, the tunnel and the inside, because they have no compassion. It's all about them, and how much they're getting. They're MAGA. They don't care. If somebody's in their way, they're just going to use their force and move them out of the way, no matter who it is, no matter what is happening. It's just a shame. And here's the card. Homicide. That's exactly what it is. And for what? For the money. So we straight up saw somebody unalived on video for this. It's just sad. It's just sad. I really feel bad about it. It's just crazy what they can do and get away with. Now, what I want to know is, will they be able to get away with it? What's going to happen, Spirit, now that this has happened? They stopped the doctor from helping. I'm just getting chills behind that, guys. That's just, I know that much. All right, Spirit, what's going to happen behind this? Is anything going to change? What is going on here? Is anything going to happen behind this? Hi, Wounded. Arsenal, Witch. How are you guys tonight? This is just sad. Yeah, they said she was shot in the face. Well, they're calling it face. That's what they said. I heard 3 or 4 times. I mean, he was right up on her, though. If you look at the video, he was right up on her. Okay. The cards are all upside down. The devil is at the bottom of the deck, guys. Of course. It never fails. Every reading I do, it never fails. We're dealing with the devil. Okay? I feel like, okay, we have, of course they're going to stand their ground. Of course they're going to say everything that they did was right. They didn't do anything wrong. They're already blaming her for what happened. I mean, she was in her car. She was trying to get out of the way. Okay. I mean, even if they thought, although you can see in the video that she wasn't trying to hit anybody or run over anybody or anything like that, you still just get out of the way. Don't. Why you got to take out your gun and start shooting? Because they were on her. She wasn't up on them. They were on her. And then I have the King of Swords here. So I believe that there's going to be some kind of consequences for this. I don't, whoever, maybe the person that did it is going to end up in court or something. But we have the 10 of Pentacles here. So there's going to be a lot of money. Whoever, I think there were two ICE agents involved, but they're going to have a lot of money put behind them, okay? It's like they're not going to have to worry about anything because they have the money. The money is going to save them. They're going to get whatever they need to make sure they do, they come out okay in court. We already know how this regime is, how unfair it is. And they're already lying about what happened, and we can see with our own eyes what happened. Then we have, the truth, the ace. So the truth is going to come out. The truth is definitely going to come out, but we already see the truth. So what does that mean? I think this is going to, this is who he thinks he is, the emperor. He thinks he's the king. So we're going to get more truths about him. But, yeah, I think they're going to put a lot of money behind these people, and they're going to stand up for them. They are the ones that I think if we don't get out or call our representatives and that kind of thing, that they're definitely going to get away with it. And they may get away with it anyway, because they're going to change the narrative. We know what the truth is, but I got a feeling that it's not going to matter. I hate to say that, but that's what I'm seeing here. But let me ask the pendulum. All right, Spirit. Will anything become of the tragedy that happened with the ICE agents shooting Miss Renee? Will anything come of that? Okay, I'm getting yes. All right. Will anyone be put in prison because of that? Because of unaliving her? Will anyone serve time in jail or prison? Guys, you see that, right? No. And that makes me mad. You know why? Because they can just keep doing it. When I'm talking about messing with our peace, our freedom, our health, our wealth, this is what they're nibbling away at, slowly but surely. He's doing it in his own way. These people, I don't want to even say the words that I want to say, because guys, you know I don't cuss on my channel. So, I mean, I just try to. Well, these people are causing a lot of confusion. A lot of confusion. What's going to happen, though, Spirit? What's going to happen after this? Because of this, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Will anything happen because of this? Okay, plans are being made. People are making plans. Okay, what else? What else? Okay, the empress, the high priestess, I mean, not the empress, the high priestess shows up here. And that tells me that some secrets, I'm asking if anything is going to be done. There's secrets that are hidden that are going to come out, okay? But what about this situation, Spirit? What about this situation? Okay, so we're going to get some information quickly. So what? I mean, not so what. I'm sorry. I need to see some, I need to know what's going to happen. Okay. Okay, I got the Ace of Swords coming up here again. And the Ten of Pentacles. So we're going to hear about the truth about the money, but these are things that we already know, guys. We already know that this is all because of money. This is why people are getting hurt. It's, he's getting paid. MAGA's paying him. He's paying these people to come. I mean, they got money. They can afford to have more people join their little group and promise them all of this, and they go out and they don't care. You got to be a certain kind of person to just go out and do what they're doing. I mean, they can't get the people that are here illegally in the normal way. They got to go hunt people down. The King of Swords, again, we're talking about the law. Okay, so the law will get involved. Again, but they're going to be standing their ground. So it just sounds like, yeah, we're going to hear more about it. We're going to get more news about what's going on with them and that kind of thing. But I don't see where any action is going to be taken to stop them or stop him. Let's see. Okay, what about the collective, Spirit? Will there be any movement within the collective? This card was turned over, the Death card, which is about change and transformation. So we'll see what happens if that comes up. Tell me about the collective, Spirit. Shoot. Okay. I'm losing cards here. Tell me about the collective, Spirit. What's going to happen? Will the collective do anything or make any moves because of what's happened? These cards don't want to be still. Okay. Okay, so people are really, and I got a bunch of them that fell out, so I'm just going to read them. People are confused about what's going on, and they're trying to make decisions about what we can do as a collective. taking risk. People, they're thinking about, this is the Fool, and it can be a new beginning, or it can be also about taking risk, about, the situation. So people are really thinking about that. They are, had the Four of Swords here. I think that people are thinking about the situation and what's happened and how that happened with her. There is the Knight of Pentacles. Now that's telling me that whatever comes up, I think that the people are taking their time to figure out what can be done about this situation. And I think this is happening, all over. I'm not talking about just the leaders in Congress and that kind of thing. I think that people, around the country are thinking about what can we do next? And they have they're coming up with a lot of different choices here. It's going to take money. Same cards are coming up again, the Eight of Wands. That we will find out something pretty quickly here. So people are ready to take some action. The High Priestess here is showing up again. And you guys saw me shuffling and I'm falling out all over the place. This is what Spirit wanted me to talk about. The High Priestess is showing up again. So we're going to get some more information about things in general, not just this, but so much is coming out. A lot of secrets are going to be revealed, just about the whole regime in general and what they're doing. And there's plans being made, to take some action. But will they impeach him? Will they is this going to be a time, Spirit, where they will attempt to impeach Orange Peel again? No. Why are things... I was expecting that to be yes. Will they draw up articles of impeachment? Will they draw up articles of impeachment, Spirit? Okay, so they'll draw up articles of impeachment. Will he be impeached? No. So that's not going to happen. So I don't know, guys. I guess they got to have so many people, it's got to be so many people before they can do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? The vote has to be there that even if he gets impeached, he has to be removed. And maybe that's why that's not happening. Maybe they don't have enough people yet to remove him, is what I'm thinking. I don't know. Yes, guys, please hit that thumbs up for me. Hi, Neek. Good Trouble. Ask if he leaves before impeachment. Okay. That's a good question. Now, I hope we'll see what that says. All right. Spirit. Will Orange Peel leave before impeachment? Oh, I'm getting yes. That was a good question. Yes. Okay. Will Orange Peel leave before the midterms? Will he leave before the midterms? I'm getting yes on that. So that's good. Wounded says she thinks they've already drawn up 5 articles of impeachment. Okay. Okay. Before March 31st. Also, will the White House be will the White House be struck by lightning? Okay, twice in March. Okay, I don't know why I'm asking this, but I'll ask. I'll ask. So you must have heard something twice. That's kind of, if it's struck twice, it's really for a reason. Okay. And you guys, now this is for entertainment purposes only. You know that spirit, when we talk to spirit about dates, it's hard. Okay, so I'm going to ask the question though. Will Orange Peel leave the White House, spirit, by March 31st, 2026? I'm getting yes. But again, guys, I don't like doing dates, and that's why. All right. Will the White House get struck by lightning twice in March? I'm getting yes, but I'm getting yes. It doesn't help if the White House gets struck and he's not in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Okay, so I don't know. Why did you ask that question? Will it get struck twice by lightning? That's a very unusual question. Yeah, Neek. Yeah. You hate to feel that way, but at this point, it's like, are we just going to let him take over everything? That means we let him just take away our freedom of everything, not only speech, but everything. If things keep going the way they're going, and I don't want to be what do you call it? Conspiracy, be a conspiracist, talk conspiracy, or say things to cause fear. But at this point, who knew that it was going to go this far? But I'm going to ask another question. All right. Spirit, are the people ready to rise up? Yes. I think that basically, guys, when it's all over, said and done, we're going to have, well, we know that. We've talked about that before. There is going to be some drama in the streets. There's going to be some drama in the streets, which is exactly what he wants, so he can call martial law and really, make us do what you can't go out for but so many hours. You can't do this. You got to be in by, this kind of thing is what he wants. Will Orange Peel be able to legally call martial law? Will he legally call martial law? No. I want to ask in a different way because, he does what he wants to do anyway. Will he call martial law? Yeah. So he will, but it won't be legally. Um, will it stick? Will it stick? No. No, that's a big no. But that's what he wants. And let's see how his health is doing, though. Yeah, I agree. Miller is calling the shots. Of course he is. I don't think Orange Peel is in any condition to be calling anything. I still think they're just propping him up, and he's going out and saying what they want him to say. If he was in his right mind, yeah, I think he still would, but I think he's being directed right now. They're just showing him to us. Yes, he is, Candy, a lunatic. Oh, see if the people will stay home? If they call martial law? Okay. Spirit. Will the people stay home if Orange Peel calls martial law? Will they stay home? No. No, they won't. Will the military enforce martial law? Will the military? No. Mm-mm. It won't be enforced. That's one thing he can't do illegally. So now, ICE, they're going to be out there anyway, but what I'm wondering is, will they call their own little mafia thugs to enforce it? Will he call his own his own thugs to enforce martial law? No. No. Mm-mm. Yeah, Candy, I believe that. Yeah. I believe that Orange Peel has gone downhill so much that I don't think he knows what he's doing or saying these days. I mean, he's trying. Maybe hasn't gotten as bad as, it could get yet. So, let's take a look at him. All right, Spirit, tell us about his health. Tell us about Orange Peel's health right now. Well, they're paying very close attention to his health. But we also could be getting some news about it, but what else? Orange Peel's health, Spirit, Orange Peel's health, Orange Peel's health. Tell us about his health. So we have the Three of Cups here. There's going to be celebration. We talked about the news, getting the news about his health. They're focused on it. There's going to be some kind of celebration. It's like celebration at the White House. The Hierophant. This is about the law, or it could also be like, a priest. Um, the systems. And then we have the Eight of Swords. I feel like people are going to jail. So we're going to get some information about it, but it's not going to be like it's not tomorrow. It's not right away. And then people are going to be celebrating. To me, this is like a priest is going to be called in, maybe for an exorcist. Anyway, last rites. I don't know. Would he even believe in? I don't know. But there's like jail time also. People being locked away. The only card that I got about the health was this one, though, which is the Knight of Pentacles. And that's like it's coming, but it's not right away. Well, I'm going to use my other deck. Hold on. I got to get some more. I got to get more clear on this. Let me get my other deck here. Let me use my Lenormand deck. Yeah, I think we could turn that priest into an exorcist. But he may need that. That may be what we're looking at here. I don't know why Spirit drops those things into my. Since he sends certain message, I think because my guides, I think they're just very humorous at times. They have this strange sense of humor, especially when I'm talking about him. It's like these things just in my mind, just like, no, it's an exorcist. Okay, whatever you say. And then I repeat it, and I'm trying to hold myself together so that I don't just crack up about the whole thing. But sometimes it's just crazy. And maybe no, I can't say that. I can't say that we're taking it too seriously because it's a serious matter. What's happening is serious. Oh, really? I haven't been looking at. I'm gonna have to start watching the news a little more, guys. You saying his eyes look black? Which says me too, Mary. You get those little downloads too, because sometimes it's just so funny, and I'm like, should I say it? It's like an inside joke. Okay. Ooh. First card up, guys. There's the casket. Um, okay, so um, his reputation is going to become very cloudy, not like it's already, but we're going to find out a lot of more information about him. Now, I know this is talking about the Epps files, guys. No matter how, it always goes back to that. And then we have some new information. Something new is going to come up about um, his health. Actually, everything is going to come out with this key here. It's like something is going to happen. It's going to all be unlocked, and we're going to find out about what's going on with his health. It's going to be something new. And not only that, a lot of exposure that he can't hide, he can't get around anymore. And somebody close to him is going to help break the news. So, whatever this health challenge is that's coming up for him, if I read it in a different way, it's like there's going to be some kind of health crisis. It may happen while he's at the White House, and he's not going to be able to get around it. They're not going to be able to hide it because it's going to be out in the public. We're going to see it. And all of the confusion we had, we're going to see how confused he is. How confused he is. And, you know, everything's going to be unlocked with that key, and everything's going to be exposed. So I have a feeling that, you know, it doesn't say here, you know, that we will see him being on live. I don't think that's going to happen right away. But we're going to find out about what's going on with him mentally, and it's going to be exposed in a public way. Like we're not already seeing it. We're seeing it, but they're not going to be able to hide it. That's what I'm getting. We're seeing it already. I mean, but they can, right now, they can still set him up. And you know what? Why, Spirit? Okay. When this happens, will they bring in a double? Double. Will they bring in a double when he can no longer function? Will they bring in a double, Spirit? Yeah. Yep. He won't be there long, though. That still won't last long. I'm just listening to Spirit here, guys. Because the first thing popped in my head was double. It's not going to last long, though. Maybe till the middle of June, somewhere in there is how long we're going to have to wait. Yeah, okay, so it's not going to be long, guys, that before he really can't handle it anymore. But the part that's going to make it slow is they're going to try to put this double in there. So we already know that what's his name? We just Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller. He is running everything. Spirit. Is Stephen Miller running the presidency right now? Yes. Okay. What about Mark Rubio? Is he running? Says no. That means we got to read on Stephen Miller. We know that these people just want to have power. We know that there is like 3 or 4 people around the world that want to run everything and everybody. So I think that's what they're really gearing up for, guys. We got to look at the big picture. That's what they want. That doesn't mean that's going to happen. There's a lot of things that can happen before that, before anything like that goes down. But that was part of that. One of the reasons for that project 2025 is because, they're trying to put themselves in a position where they can do, just take over everything. I hardly ever use this, but the New World Order, I hardly ever say that. But yeah, that's what they want. Just like Monroe, the way I see it, the way Spirit's been telling me, he just had to leave his country anyway, and they had a deal set for him to be able to leave. And the same thing could happen when Orange Peel leaves, except for I don't know how they're going to set it up, but I cannot see another country coming in here over our military and taking him away. I can't see that happening. That's why, to me, I don't care how small their military was. I don't. It had to be an inside thing. There's no way they just came in there and took him and his wife. And the thing that I can't understand, if he committed these war crimes, yeah, his wife, all these crimes against humanity, whatever. His wife was his wife, okay? But why bring her along? It's because your plans are not for him to go to prison, but for him to leave that country and live a good life here or wherever else they want to send him. Okay? Why you got to take both of them? I don't get that. I don't get that. Because if you're going to put him on trial, I don't know how much she was involved, because I don't watch, I'm not that deep into it, but just common sense would say, you take him, but why take her? Why? This whole thing is so funny. It's so crazy how they just do things right in your face and expect you. I don't even think that they don't think that we can figure it out. I think that they just know that what can they do? This is the deal we have, and there's nothing anybody can do because we have the power. That's what I think's happening. Hi, Christine. No files, no election. Okay, let's look at Spirit, tell us about Stephen Miller. What's going to happen with him? What's going to happen with Miller? Miller. Tell us about Miller, Spirit. Tell us about Miller. Okay. Of course, Miller's also all these. It's all about the money for all of them. But yeah, he's focused on that, and he's of course trying to get away with something. But at what cost? He's being a fool, especially when it comes to his family, and he's causing a lot of chaos. Okay. Um, but what's going to happen? What's going to happen with him? What's going to happen with him? Must be he's okay. I know what I'll ask. Will he end up in prison? Going to use the pendulum again, guys. Spirit, when it's all said and done, will Stephen Miller end up in prison? Yes. Yes, he will. I think this has been something Christine said. Who said that? If they had help from his party. I think this is something that had been in the works for a while. Usually when something like this happens, it's been in the works for a while. But I don't know, I heard somewhere today that China and Russia has contracts for their oil already. So can the United States just go in there and get it? And Christine says he had his military stand down and let the U.S. do whatever they wanted to do. Yeah. Yeah, I think that had to happen. That had to be what's happened. I mean, if you can just go get a leader, dictator or what or not, whatever, and say he committed this kind of crime, this kind of crime, this kind of crime, and just bring him to another country where he didn't commit the crimes. I don't know, I always thought that a bigger court had to deal with that. Why would the United States of America court, why would our court system, how would our court system be able to handle that? Wouldn't it be something like NATO or somebody like that would handle that? That's a good question, Christine. I mean, that whole thing is just baffling my mind. I just, and Spirit just keeps giving me these different answers, and I'm like, they just would do anything. Okay, why are the Democrats being complicit with what's going on with the regime, Spirit? Why are they just letting things happen? At some point, you would say they're going to do something. They're going to do this. They're going to stop that. I mean, we've been saying that all the time. Okay, tell us about the Democrats, Spirit. Tell us about the Democrats. What's going on? Why are they not making moves? I guess it was nice to see that they did that January 6th, whatever that was they did yesterday. And I guess because they want to keep it, the history straight or whatever, guys. I guess that's why they did it. I could never figure it out. I was watching some of it, and I thought, but you could be doing 50 other things, to try to get us out of this mess. Yeah, it's good that we want to keep this, keep it real because he's trying to shove it under the rug, but why can't you call the people together to have a meeting to figure out how you're going to stop what he's doing now? Okay, Hierophant. I feel like with this being a 5 card also, they want to change, but they also want to follow the law. They're still following the system, the way the system was set up. This is why they're being so complicit, because they want things changed, but they're too dug in to the way the laws have already been set up. Although he's been breaking law after law after law. And yeah, they're tied to that. They're tied to the system the way that it is right now. But in the meantime, everything's falling down. I think they think that they're eventually going to get some Republicans on their side. They're going to partner with some Republicans, and that's how they're going to get things done. Yeah, they want to keep things harmonious, so they don't want to step over the line and do anything crazy, like he's doing right now. They want to be able to say, yeah, but we did everything by the book. We did it right. This is why they're just letting things go the way that they're letting things go. They don't want to ruffle the feathers of the Constitution or, the laws or anything like that. They don't want to do that. So they're watching what's going on. They're paying close attention to what's going on, but that's just it. They're watching it. And I think they feel like if they do that, they're feeling like things are going to turn around and things are going to get better and people are going to come together if they just keep following the law the way the law is. If they just keep following, the Constitution the way it's been written, no matter how he tramples over it, no matter how he changes things, we're just going to get along. We're just going to get along. We're going to do it we're going to do it the right way, and things are going to end up fine. That's what they're thinking. In the meantime, at the bottom of the deck, the 3 of Hearts, which tells me that there is going to be a lot more heartbreak before they come to their senses. So, in a sense, that's what we got to look forward to. People are worried, but you know what? They're just going to stand their ground. They're on the defensive, even though this is what I think when I see this magician card is that they think that all of the rights of the Constitution, everything, the law is going to it's going to all pan out when it's all said and done. But in the meantime, he is just messing up people's lives. He's just like what happened today. You know, it didn't make sense. It don't make sense that these ICE people are out on the streets doing what they're doing. They're like bounty hunters. I know that people, all presidents had people picked up if they were here illegally. This is nothing new. But I bet you we never knew that they were being picked up. I bet you they did it more humanely than the way they're doing it now. People weren't out on the streets where innocent people got killed and, that kind of thing. It was done, and we basically didn't hear about it. But it's like they're going into all these places, daycare centers, everywhere, just scaring people, scaring kids. You don't know who's who. They got the mask on, and you don't know, should you run or not? And if you do run, are you going to get shot? You don't know. See, it's all these scare tactics that he has going on, which is why we have to try to, guys, we have to try to mentally keep ourselves from going down that deep hole that he wants us all to go into. Now, that's where he is. He's just about drove himself crazy at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because with everything that's going on around him, and I know he's not going to go to prison. I don't think anything's going to happen with him because he has all this doggone immunity and all this kind of stuff. So whatever it is, whatever's happening with him, even when he didn't have immunity, he was still doing crazy things and getting away with it. I mean, 34 felonies, and he's running the people of the United States. He was getting away with it anyway. They didn't have to give him total immunity because he was already getting away with it. So there's no point in thinking that they're going to send him to prison. Why? I don't know. That just baffles me. But we know that he's going to be, there's a couple of things that could happen. Either he's going to go to another country, or he's going to be too ill. And if he gets to another country, now that may be something that we'll hear about. But if he if we see in public where he's gone down so much, and they can hide it for a while, they're going to put somebody else in there. They're going to put his double in there. And for anybody who don't think they have doubles, I feel sorry for you, because they do. They do. They do. Yeah. So okay, Christine, you think he wants to take as many people with him? Well, probably. I mean, that's how he acts. Like, just, I'm going to leave here, so anybody else, I don't care about anybody else, of course, except for his family. And not that he cares about them so much, but, I don't think he want any harm to come to them. That's just what I think. Let's see. What other questions do you guys have for me? Anything else concerning this, what we're talking about here tonight? Yeah. Well, see, the thing about them with those masks, too, um, the thing about it is he's not going to be here forever. And I still don't think that when we do have another whatever we're going to do, what's up next in the United States, I think it's going to be with more than one person running, in the position of what we now call the presidency. I really do. Um, and they're not going to be able to show their faces. Everybody knew who they were. Who they were, they would be in trouble. That's another reason for them hiding their faces, because they know what they're doing is wrong, and they know that after he's gone, they may not have that same kind of protection. As a matter of fact, when he's gone, I'm sure the whole thing, as far as them being out on the streets like that, will be dismantled. So, but still, they don't want people to know who they are. Yeah, they want to invoke the fear in all of us. But like I said, guys, we have to take care of ourselves. We can't let them just have us feeling. But today, I just felt so bad when I heard about that Miss Renee. I just couldn't see. It's things like that you don't expect, that will get you, and they just keep doing it. I was talking the other day about breaking news. They just keep on with this breaking news. This breaking news just won't stop, even though you try not to pay attention to it. Um, it's going to show up somewhere. You're going to read the headlines. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a good question. When he's gone. All right, Spirit. When Orange Face is gone, will the regime fall apart? When Orange Peel is gone, will the regime fall apart? Yes. Yes. When he's gone, a lot of these people that we're seeing, they're going to be on trial. I mean, it might not happen right away. All I can say is they'll probably be leaving the country or whatever, too. Um, but the ones that they can get, yeah, they're going to be on trial. And they're going to lose their positions. A lot of them are going to lose they went to school for all this, lawyer, whatever. Um, all that's going to be gone. Ooh. Are they working with the GOP to cover up the files? I'm getting no, but I'll ask the pendulum. I mean, same thing, but let me just double check. Spirit, are the Dems working with the GOP to cover up the files? No. No, they're not. And I got no before I even used the pendulum. Renee Nicole Good. That's her name. She was a wife, a mother, and a partner to her wife. Wow. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, it's going to take a long time for it all to be sorted out and for us to get back on the right track. Um, I still haven't heard anything, guys. Are they supposed to do a vote about the taking away people's health insurance and that kind of thing? Have you guys heard anything about that? I think they're supposed to be. Maybe everything hasn't been taken away yet or something. Are people still getting their insurance? Does anybody know? I asked that before. It seems like, well, when I read on it, I read that it wouldn't really happen, but I don't know. It seems like I heard that there was supposed to be some kind of vote or something taken on that. But I'm not sure. Um, but evidently, it hasn't happened yet. Mary on okay. The House had 9 GOP members join the Dems and send it to the Senate. Okay. Okay. So it's not official yet. I don't think it's going to happen. I still don't feel like it's going to happen. Oh, that's good. They had some people to join, some of the Senate to join them, some of the GOP to join them. Yeah, I think something is going to happen, and it's not going to go the way he plans for it to happen, for it to go. Yeah, they won't be able to afford it. Okay, so Steph is saying that they voted on a 3-year extension. Okay. Okay. Um, so that's probably what's going to happen. Okay. Spirit, will the ACA um, get the 3-year extension that they're voting for? Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's going to happen. Okay. But it still has to go to the Senate. Is that right? It still has to go to the Senate, so they still got to take a vote. Well, um, in that case, it's not going to happen. They're losing their members, so they. That's a good thing about it is they really don't have the last word. Spirit has the last word, so which is a good thing. They went around little Mickey, huh? Okay, good. I he's still there. He'll be there, I guess, until they can get rid of him. He's not going to step away. Oh, yeah, I think we'll have the Democrat majority because, yeah, what he said about being impeached. So he thinks it's going to happen before 3 years anyway. He even thinks it's going to happen before 3 years because he knows he has to get out of here if he's still well enough to move. He has to leave. Thank you guys for hitting a like for me. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's see what else we got going here. What I'm going to do, guys, is pull an angel card for us to see what Spirit wants us to know. Um, if you haven't had a chance yet, guys, look at the last two videos that I did because it was just Spirit talking. And it clarifies a lot of things. Okay. I'm reading your message here, wounded healer. That's funny. Yeah, that's true. They won't leave until they have robbed the country blind, and they will probably get away with that too. All right, Spirit message. This is really for us, guys, because you know what? I keep saying we got to stop giving this so much attention, but then they keep doing something to bring us back around. But here's the thing. It says follow your interests. 817, passion. You're being called to master a talent you already own. The thing you do that comes naturally to you is your gift. These passions are given to you so as to make life meaningful for yourself and for others. Find the inspiration to pursue your gifts in your daily life. Consider a few ways you can have fun with your talents today, no matter how small or trivial they may seem. That's to bring us back around so we remember who we are. We have to remember who we are, guys, and we have to remember that we can't let this kind of thing control us, even though that's where they want us to go. So we got to keep our spirits up. I know I keep saying that. You got to try to take back your power if you've let them have any of it, that kind of thing. But it's just what Spirit says here. If you follow your interests and what you're passionate about, it will take your mind away from all of this mess that's happening out there. Okay? So, yeah, that was the best card, guys. Okay, okay. I saw Monica's question, but that's not what I was here for tonight. But let me do it. Let me see. Sometime this week, guys, I will come on and do just personal questions only. What's today? Today is Wednesday. Let's shoot for Friday. Friday or Saturday. I will put it in the community section. Monica, I hope that you are subscribed and watch that section, but I'll answer. I'm just gonna ask the pendulum. Thinking about switching work to taking care of kids at my home. Well, no, I'm not going to use the pendulum for that. I'm going to do a reading on that. Hold on. All right, Spirit. All right. Okay, Spirit, tell me about Monica. Switching work, take care of kids at her house. I'm getting, Monica, that it will work out, but it's going to take you a minute to get your grounding on that. It's not like it's going to just as soon as you get it, it's going to work for you. It's going to take a minute for you to get, what you need from it as monetarily. But if there is some kind of way that you can have another kind of small income on the side, you will be able to balance it. But Spirit is saying, yes. Let me just pull some cards. Yeah, I don't know if you're thinking about working with someone else. This is like Spirit looking down on you. This is something that you want to do that maybe because of something that happened in the past with you, you want to take care of the children. But I have a feeling that you may have to partner with someone also. So that may be the thing that's going to help you bring it all together, because it's like it's going to take a minute for it all to just mesh like you want it to. So that's what I'm getting for you. Yeah, you're going to need some help. You're going to need to partner with somebody for it to work the way you want it to work. Let me know if that resonates with you. Oh, thank you, Wounded. Yeah, like I said, okay, great. I hope that helps, Monica. Friday or Saturday, guys, be looking for that to be to come up so that I can help you guys with maybe a start of the new year. I know people, this is like a new start for everyone, and sometimes we get a little confused, but I do listen to Spirit, and I follow that guidance. Monica, you said you're planning to work on your own. Okay, that's fine. But if you run into something that is not, when I say partner up, you're not going to. It may be easier, maybe in the beginning, if you get some help. And maybe since you know this might pop up for you, it doesn't have to be permanent. Because I got a feeling once you start, it may be a little more than what you think it's will be. So just that's just my advice to you. I'm not saying you have to have a permanent partner, but just to help you get over the little lumps and everything as you go. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate you all. And I will see you probably sometime on the weekend. I will put it in the um, comments section. You know where to find it. So have a good evening, everybody. Bye now.